So now we shall look at some case studies of this accidents due to certain industrial accidents which have caused a lot of harm to the environment. So Bhopal gas tragedy. Bhopal is the capital of Madhya Pradesh. On the intervening night between 2nd and 3rd December 1984, Union Carbide Company of Bhopal, there was a major disaster. This Union Carbide Company, UCC, used to manufacture pesticide, using the chemical called as methyl isocyanate, MIC. First of all, there are some safety devices available in all industries. And secondly, these were not working in working condition in the plant. Secondly, there was some accidental entry of water into the processing tank, which led to the overheating of the mixture used for manufacturing pesticide. And because of the failure of the cooling system, that is safety device not working, there was a huge explosion. It happened in the night time, and 40 tons of methyl isocyanate gas leaked into the atmosphere. So people were sleeping, and what happened? This caused lot of lungs, eye and skin damage in 40 kilometer square area. More than 5,100 people died. Please understand, 5,100, even one loss of human life is very bad. 250,000 people got exposed to methyl isocyanate. 65,000 people suffered from severe diseases. 1,000 people became blind. So $570 million to clean up the settlement of damages, all because of lack of safety measures in proper working conditions. See, all these industries, wherever you go and work in future, lot of safety features are there. But it should be ensured that these safety features, even firefighting features, safety features should be in working order. Otherwise, they lead to unnecessarily poor people who are sleeping. These all 5,000 people lost lives. And the problems are still prevailing. Some genetic problems also are there. And see, some technician does not maintain the safety devices. So as an engineer, you need to tell, Baba, you have to keep the safety device in working condition. And secondly, some human error can happen. So as a supervisor, engineers and supervisor, you need to daily supervise that things are going in proper order. Otherwise, they lead to huge, big problems like this. Then there is one more like air pollution disaster in Donora. Donora, Pennsylvania, USA is a mill town. So there they have got steel mills, zinc smelter, means they manufacture steel, zinc and also a sulfuric acid plant is there. Donora is a valley on Monongahela river surrounded by steep hills on either side of the river. There is a river and there are steep hills on the either side. Between 25th to 31st, for 1 week in the October 1948, there was fog due to accumulation of cold air due to inversion. What is inversion? Inversion means there is a cold air and over that there is a hot layer, warm layer. So what was the effect? The top layer of the fog that reflected away the solar radiations during the daytime. So the inversion could not be broken because there was not sufficient heat. Sunlight, whatever was coming, it was getting reflected. So the inversion was continuing. And because of this inversion, all the pollutants from the zinc smelter, sulfuric acid plant, steel mill, that all the pollutants got trapped in the lower layer and remained there for 4-5 days. So because of these pollutants, out of the 14,000 people living in the Donora, 6,000 people fell ill. So you can just imagine more than 40% people of that town, they fell ill, and even eventually 20 people died. So these are very dangerous situations. Of course, here one thing is that you had this steel mill, zinc smelter and sulfuric acid plant. So they all produce pollutants. So as we are telling, we have to see that we have used new technologies or better technologies, so the pollutants are reduced. And people need to anticipate problems. It is not that once the problem happens, then we will act on that. No, this is called firefighting. So you should always have preventive measures and keep a watch on the pollution levels. Third one is this Love Canal tragedy. Love Canal was built by William Love in the suburb of Nigeria Falls, New York. Okay, he built a canal. Then it was later dug up and used as a dump. As we are talking about this sanitary landfills, so they are used as a dump. And how what they dumped there in the steel drums, they have dumped the chemical waste by a company called Hooker Chemicals Corporation. So for almost 1942 to 53, some 9 years, this all the chemical waste they have put in the steel drums, and then they have under the earth they have dug the earth and put these drums like a landfill. These chemical drums are kept there. In 1953, they have covered the site with mud, clay, and topsoil, and sold it for education, City Board of Education. So what has happened? They have built schools and houses were built. So see, after 23 years, in 1976, the residents complained about foul smell. There was some bad smell coming, dirty smell coming. Because whatever these chemicals which were used by this Hooker Chemical Corporation were dumped now, that had leaked. Children playing in the canal area received chemical burns also. So their skin burning happened because of these chemicals. The reason was the steel containers got corroded, jung lag gaya, like you know very well in the coastal area, a lot of corrosion takes place. So the steel containers got corroded and the chemicals started leaking into the storm sewers, means gutter mein chemicals aa gaya, and it went to the basement of the school as well as homes. So this using steel drum, this 23 years is a big time, na? So we should not use these kind of things which will degrade with the passage of time. So what was the action they had taken? Whatever this waste was there, they have pumped into a new treatment plant, and then they have neutralized it, all this by using chemicals. Then secondly, the people who were staying there, they were relocated to safer places. I think you might have heard of arsenic pollution, especially in West Bengal. In 1978, actually people got problems like white spot, black spots, which is known as melanosis, which affected the skin, and people used to get like leprosy, like skin lesions on palms and soles. We are working by hand now, so palm mein and the foot mein sole they used to get, and they later on turned into ulcers. So when so many people got this problem, then the study was done. And what has happened? Why these people got problems with their hands and legs, like palms and soles? So they found that there was the heavy metal arsenic. So people were using this water which had low doses of arsenic for almost more than 1 decade. Water was contaminated. So these places like 24 Parganas, Hooghly, Mushirabad, these districts are the worst arsenic risk zone. And what was the cause? Excessive use of lead arsenate, copper arsenate as pesticides in the summer paddy and jute crops. So these agriculturists, farmers in the paddy, rice and jute, West Bengal produces a lot of jute for the jute bags and all, sugar transportation by jute bags, all this food grains, wheat, rice. So West Bengal is the largest producer of this jute. So to grow this jute and paddy, these fellows used pesticides such as lead arsenate and copper arsenate. So this got contaminated in the water. And then the people drinking this low doses of this, they developed all these problems with the leprosy like skin lesions on palms and soles, and they started rotting and converting into ulcer. And long term exposure can result into cancer also. So people started boycotting these burgers because they think that, oh, इसको कुछ leprosy हो गया है. So short term remedy, contaminated tube wells in the state are being painted red, whereas safe water tube wells are painted green for the use of people. Thereafter, they studied. So water analysis was done for all the tube wells, bore wells, where people are using this drinking water, and the good one were painted green, and the danger ones were painted red, where they had arsenic, because that this pesticide got into the water table and they contaminated the water. So they were painted, and now people are not using those red ones. And lastly, we look at the very famous in the earlier Russia. There is a place called Chernobyl, where there is a nuclear power plant. The worst nuclear disaster which happened on 26th April 1986 in Chernobyl, Ukraine. Now it is in Ukraine. The power plant designed to produce 1000 megawatt electrical energy was working continuously for 2 years. Okay, and it was shut down on 25th April for normal repair work. But there is a proper procedure for shutting down this nuclear power plant also. These people shortcut methods by using shortcut methods to reduce time. Due to faulty shutdown process, there was a severe explosion. So what was the severity? 1000-ton steel concrete lid blew off. The fire started. Temperature rose to 2000 degrees centigrade, and there lot of fuel and radioactive debris. See, this Russia or Ukraine, that was a communist country. Even now it is a communist country. So they did not disclose all the details. So the people are like in India or other countries, democratic countries, media plays a big role. But in this communist countries like China, Russia and all, there is no much freedom for the press and media. Hence all the details were not known, but there was a huge disaster because of faulty shutting down process, which led to a severe explosion, and the entire reactor, it blew off. The reactor lid blew off, and there was fire and very high temperatures. So this has caused lot of damage to the people in the adjoining areas, not only for that particular day, for many years to come. Hence, we should be very careful when you are discharging our duties as professional engineers. So safety is very important. All the procedures, whatever are laid down, we have to be followed meticulously, scrupulously, and you should not use any shortcut methods. Okay. Thank you.